We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
I'm former Major League pitcher Andy Pettitte. I teamed up with Tunnel to Towers after seeing their life-changing work with military and first responder families. Now we're expanding our mission to help veterans struggling with homelessness. We want to help them rebuild their lives not only by giving them a home, but by providing the services they need. Please join me in donating at t2t.org.
My name is Wally Joyner. I was a first baseman for the Angels, Padres, Royals, and Braves. I give the Tunnel to Towers because of what they provide for the veterans, the military, the first responders, the police, the firemen who go out and put their lives in danger for our freedoms. I think it's an incredible charity, an incredible foundation. Their goals of helping the families that protect us. I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. The foundation is committed to delivering mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responder families with young children. Never forget.
It's Derby time at Los Alamitos when the West Coast Best race in the Golden State Derby Final. The field will be headed by fastest qualifier Rockin' With Energy, who has been on a roll with back-to-back wins. Plus, top filly Cowgirl Up has also impressed. They'll face the top sophomore male at Los Alamitos right now in Grade 1 winner BP Cartel Policy. Plus, Governor's Cup Derby winner Mask Mandate and more. What a quarter-horse derby it'll be. It's the Golden State Derby at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. And a good morning to you all. This is Ralph Siraco on Race Day Las Vegas. We're coming to you live and direct from the gaming capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, right here at our studio station, South Point Studios and the South Point Studios streaming network at YouTube, as well as all of our other platforms that we deliver this show to you, like our websites, racedaylasvegas.com.vegas.world. If you're running around town here in Las Vegas, you can listen to our anchor radio station, Sports Talk 1400 AM and 107.1 FM. And of course, if you have your phones, your iPhone, Android, You can get the apps. The KSHP app will get you listening to us through the radio station, and of course, the YouTube app will get you watching and listening to us on the YouTube app that you can put on your iPhones or Androids and anywhere you get your podcasting as well. Simply put, and of course, our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas.world, .global. Can't forget them as well. Anyway, anyhow, you get us. However, wherever, whenever. Welcome to the Race Day Show for this almost Friday, Thursday, as we starting to ramp it up to the big Labor Day weekend. You know, we'll be here throughout the weekend, and we'll have a special Race Day Show on Labor Day Monday, this coming Monday, same usual time that we are at now, and all of the platforms that we're at now as well. The Monday Labor Day Race Day Show will feature all of the great racing on Labor Day. That, of course, includes closing day at Saratoga. And so we will be here on a special holiday, Labor Day, Monday Race Day Show with all of our handicappers for you. It's going to be an interesting weekend, that's for sure. Of course, we have all of the big races happening both at Saratoga. Today is opening day at Kentucky Downs, the very unique, unusual, the most unique racetrack on the continent. And that is, of course, Kentucky Downs that has, it's got undulating up and down and around and big turns and all that stuff there. It's a unique racetrack. It's all turf, obviously, and it has a 7-day meeting. Starts today, and then the next time they'll be racing is on Saturday. They do today and Saturday, and then next week on September the 1st, then the 5th, 7th, 8th, and 11th of September, and that will be the entire Kentucky Downs meeting. But they are giving away buku cash. I'm telling you that the Kentucky Downs meeting is full of big purses for the horsemen, so much so that now horsemen from both Southern California and in New York and all parts in between, including Kentucky, are making their way to the Kentucky Downs. And for the most part, you get also eligibles in all of those fields because they're trying to get in on those races. As Rich Eng told us yesterday, the maiden races that used to go for $100,000 purses now at $125,000 and $175,000 purses for maidens there. And today at Kentucky Downs, they'll start off with there's going to be 3 stakes races over the weekend, 2 for $1.5 million and 1 for $3.1 million. So you can see there's a lot of great purse values there. And the jocks and the horses are showing up, and it should be very interesting racing there. I do know that Rich Eng told us yesterday that he's going to do a handicapping sheet for Kentucky Downs. I understand that even Mr. Hardoon is being pressed to do some Kentucky Downs work as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. But it is Pacific Classic week. As we had Travers Week last weekend, we have Pacific Classic week this week for Del Mar. The big Pacific Classic will be on Saturday. In addition, on Saturday at Del Mar, there'll be 5 stakes races overall. The Del Mar Handicap, the Green Flash, and the Pacific Classic, which are all Breeders' Cup win-in-your-in races on Saturday at Del Mar. And, of course, the Del Mar Mile and the Torrey Pines also on tap for Saturday. Saratoga will host 3 stakes races on its final Saturday of the meeting. It will be the Flower Bowl for the older fillies and mares, and that is a Breeders' Cup win-in-your-in. The Spinaway for 2-year-old fillies, it'll mark the 50th anniversary of the great filly Ruffian. She won the Spinaway in a runaway, and this is the 50th anniversary of her win there. The Spinaway, of course, is the championship race at Saratoga for the 2-year-old fillies. The Hopeful for the 2-year-olds will be conducted on Labor Day Monday there at Saratoga. And, of course, we continue with all of the other Labor Day racing and all of the racing throughout this weekend at other racetracks. As far as the weather is concerned, here in Las Vegas, right now it's 80 degrees outside. We're going to get up to 106 today. This is the usual type of weather we get at this time of the year, but you still do have to stay hydrated. As far as the weekend, if you're planning on packing bags and come on up to Las Vegas to enjoy what is unofficially the end of summertime weekend of Labor Day, it's going to be this type of temperatures readings for the rest of the weekend. You're going to start in the high 70s, low 80s. We'll get up to around 106 and 107 degrees all through the weekend, including Labor Day Monday. As far as the weather around the country, at least today, Looks like it's pretty good weather around the country. We're going to have some activity going on in the Gulf area, on the shores of Texas and Louisiana, etc. And, of course, they're expecting some more rain in Florida. They're getting a lot of rain there in Florida. But outside of that, looks pretty good for the rest of the country. And as far as the temperatures are concerned, Miami will be 87. New York City, a nice 78 degrees. That's almost perfect for New York. Yet Washington's going to be in 91, so there's a very short pocket in between that gets the temperatures from Washington to New York. And Phoenix, Arizona will be the high across the country today at 108 degrees. And as I say, here at Las Vegas, we're going to get up to 106. Chicago will be 83 degrees as well. So it looks like it's starting out to a pretty good Labor Day weekend for racing around the country. And, of course, we have our handicappers. Jonathan Hardoon will be with us, Rich Eng. Richie has, like I said, he'll be doing both Kentucky Downs and Del Mar. We have John Lindo and Jerry J as well. Looking forward to the Pacific Classic where Adair Manor, the mare, will try the Colts as Torpedo Anna did last weekend in the Travers. Adair Manor will take on the Colts in the Pacific Classic, what John Lindo termed to be kind of a weak Pacific Classic considering the $1 million purse. Bob Baffert, of course, trainer of Adair Manor, has already had 7 Pacific Classic winners. He'll try to add to that. The only other mare that ever won the Pacific Classic in the history of that race was back in 2015, where Beholder won the race that year. So we'll wait and see. If you're a Swiftie out there, pay attention. Travis Kelce from the Kansas City Chiefs, and of course him and Taylor Swift, an item, bought part of a horse named Swift Delivery. Swift Delivery, Travis Kelce now part of that ownership. Swift Delivery is the name of the horse, I guess after Taylor Swift. Is going to run Saturday at Woodbine in the Toronto Cup, so we'll wait and see about that. Parks Racing has decided no more turf racing there at Parks Racing. They said that it's becoming too dangerous. There's holes that have been developed in the turf course at Parks Racing that deemed it just unsafe. So there will be no more racing for the near future at Parks Racing. And as far as the Jockey Club Gold Cup, which is another $1 million race for handicap horses, and I just can't understand where these racetracks like Del Mar and Saratoga, two of the biggest racetracks that are running right now in the country that have the most interest of horse players, would conduct $2 million races on the same weekend for the same division. This is for the handicap division. But there are 2 fields, and we'll get to the Jockey Club Golf Cup field when Jonathan Hardoon joins us a little bit later on. And, of course, all of the action as far as turf racing is concerned for the big bucks is happening at Kentucky Downs for the next 7 racing days there. All righty. We got a lot to do on this show, so before we get rolling any further, we're going to go to our first break. When we come back, of course, we'll get you your racing menu for today, and then off with Jonathan Hardoon, John Lindo, Rich Eng, and Jerry Jackowitz as we start off rolling into this Labor Day weekend right here in the Race Day Show from Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't go away. We'll be right back and chat away on the chat there at YouTube. Join us on YouTube and subscribe and get chatting, and we'll talk. We'll see what our chatters are talking about right now. We'll be right back.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
Alrighty, back on Race Day Las Vegas, and as we said, the weather looks pretty well across the country. Yesterday at Saratoga, it was bombs away as far as the pari-mutuel payoffs. The first race, of course, was the Steeplechase Stakes race, the $100,000 Michael G. Walsh Novice Stakes. The winner there was Evie's Prince at $8.40. And the first flat of the day, so to speak, the first flat race, second race on the card, produced a $27.80 winner for Rudy Rodriguez and Luis Saez in Seeking Unity. Steve Asmussen checked in with a winner in the maiden race, third race, Get a Job, $6.20 with Jose Ortiz. Then in the fourth race, we had the first of the big bombers, the $46.40 winner in Secret Rules. Luis Rivera aboard there. And then the fifth race, another long shot, Outwater Bury for David Donk and Luis Saez, who got his second win of the day, paid $21.20, ran right up the rail. This horse ran right up the rail and nailed him at the finish, Outwater Bury, winning at $21.20. Then the sixth race winner, She's in a Mood. Sean Bridge-Mahan aboard, paid $22.80. So check out this early pick 5 that started in the second race, 620, 4640, 2120, and started out with 2780, then 620, 4640, 2120, and 2280. So you had three horses that paid in the $20 range, one $46 winner, and a 2-to-1 shot. All together in the pick 5, the pick 5 for 50 cents returned $110,980.50. By the way, if you missed that $27 horse, the pick 4 paid $15,302.75. Seventh race winner was another 2-to-1 shot, $6.90. Luis Saez wins again. That was his third win of the day. Then we got to the P.G. Johnson Stakes at $150,000 on the inner turf course for 2-year-old fillies at 1 16th. That winner there was Totally Justified. Manny Franco aboard for Rusty Arnold, paying $14.60. They wrapped up today with another long shot in the ninth and final race. Luis Saez gets his fourth win of the day with a winner that pays $32.80 in the form of Just Heart for Bruce Brown. So that pick 5 together returned $45,389.50. The pick 4 paid $3,009.75, and nobody had the pick 6. 5 out of 6 yesterday at Saratoga paid $28,612. There's a carryover today at Saratoga after bombs away in the pari-mutuel payoffs yesterday at Saratoga, the graveyard of favorites, at least yesterday. All right, now we go to getting some of your menu, get the races going today. And as far as the races today, we'll go to your racing menu, reminding you, as we always do, the first post times we broadcast on the show each and every day reflect that of the Pacific time zone. So if you're in the Pacific time zone, as we are here in Las Vegas, these will be the first post times that roll out in our race books today at South Point. If you're listening anywhere else on all of these other streamings that we have, and you're in another time zone, adjust to the Pacific time zone so you don't miss anything. Not an opportunity to make a bet, as I miss Mom and Dad, okay? We begin the menu with Belterra Park. They have 8 races today. Their first post time is 8:15 at Belterra. Delaware Park has 8 races. Their first post time is at 9:30 at Delaware Park. Saratoga. Well, you know they got a pick 6 carryover there at Saratoga today. And we're checking the weather right now at Saratoga. And it says that it's sunny, 63 degrees, track fast, turf courses are firm, the Mellon Turf Course and the inner turf course as well. Mellon Turf Course will host races 1, 7, 11. The inner turf course will host races 4 and 10. And the pick 6 carryover for today at Saratoga, $85,836.83. That's your carryover at Saratoga today in the pick 6. 11 races today. The feature race is the 10th race on the card. It is the With Anticipation Stakes at 1 16th on the inner turf course for 2-year-olds. A field of 11 in that one at Saratoga. But, of course, there was a main track only in that race. And so scratch, you're going to love this. There's, 5 scratches in this race. In the With Anticipation, scratch number 4 Good Long Cry. Number 5, Dancing Bear. Number 6, Reach for the Rose. Number 10, Uncaged. And number 11, Joey Muscles. So in the race originally with 11, with 5 scratches, now you got 4 horses left for the With Anticipation today at Saratoga. First post time is at 10:10. 10:10 at Saratoga. Boy, that feature race sure whittled down to just 4 horses. And again, that big pick 6 carryover. First post time, 10:10 at Saratoga. All right, Kentucky Downs. Opening day at Kentucky Downs. Obviously, it's all turf racing. 11 races on this opening day. The feature race there today is the $500,000 Tappet Stakes at 1 mile and 70 yards for 3-year-olds and up. A field of 15 before scratches. 9-5 favorite there is Fantastic Again with Frankie Dettori aboard. That at Kentucky Downs. First post time is 10:25. They're moving the post times up a little bit earlier, and they'll be shortening up the post times between races because of the expected heat, the hot temperatures in that area. So first post time on opening day today at Kentucky Downs is set at 10:25 Pacific time for their 11 race card with full fields. Colonial Downs has 9 races, 2 dirt races, 7 turf races at Colonial Downs. First post time there for their 9 race card is set at 10:30. Horseshoe Indianapolis has 9 races, 8 thoroughbreds, and 1 quarter horse. The last race will be a quarter horse stakes race. First post time is 11:10 at Horseshoe Indianapolis. Next comes Hawthorne Racecourse. Hawthorne Racecourse has 9 races today. First post time is at 12:10 at Hawthorne. Del Mar, where the turf meets the surf. 2 o'clock first post there. 8 races today at Del Mar. And they do have a carryover. It's in that 3x3 bet, the 3 trifectas in a row deal. $6,880 in that carryover if you choose to play it. First post time, again, for 8 races at Del Mar is set at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Penn National has 8 races. Penn Nat has a Super High 5 jackpot carryover of $21,870. 8 races, first post time at Penn National, 2:45. Canterbury Park kicks in with their 8 race card. First post time at 3:10. 3:10 at Canterbury Park. At Canterbury Park, there 3:10. Remington Park has 8 races, and Remington Park's first post time is at 4:30. 4:30 at Remington Park. And that is the racing menu on this almost Friday, Thursday racing day of racing. That's for sure. Okay, let's go to Jonathan Nardoon standing by. He's been waiting long enough. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. You made one little mistake in
Did I really?
The 10th at Saratoga, the With Anticipation. There are 6 horses left in the field, not 4.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, let me check there.
2 of the scratches were MTOs, the 10 and 11. So
Yeah. So that's,
you have 4, 5, 6 is out of the body, so that leaves 6.
so you got 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9.
Okay. Well, I don't want.
I have enough fingers. I was able to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, good thing there was only 1 left because I hate to see the finger you'd be raising then. So, anyhow.
I don't mean to correct you.
Oh,
but
yes, you do. No, listen to me. You're looking at a human here, a guy who makes mistakes, and I try not to, but there are times.
And
when
you're going through 100 races with 20 tracks.
Yeah,
not so easy.
I'm lucky I can spell my name anymore. But in any case, Saratoga, it's a beautiful day out there today, huh?
It really is. And the bombs were dropping yesterday.
Oh,
Ralph.
please.
They had some doozy results, and it's amazing.
And it was nice because there were a lot of unusual trainers that probably were getting their first win of the meet there. So that's kind of nice before the end of the meet. But boy, it was hard to find those horses. That was for sure.
And Rusty Arnold won the stake with a maiden.
Yeah.
The maiden won the race. And that horse you were talking about, that Swift horse, Kelsey's buying it and everything else. Well, that horse is owned by Alex Bregman, the third baseman for the Astros. So he's getting heavily involved in the game, and that's only good news.
And that is the horse at Saratoga, right?
Yes, that won the stake.
Yeah, well, I love it when all the big sports guys are getting involved in horse racing because that brings their fans, and a lot of their fans will be introduced to racing through their fanship with the owner. So that's all good stuff.
That's great publicity for the game, and we need all the help we can get.
No question about that. We got the Jockey Club Gold Cup. It's 1.25 miles. Used to be 1.5 miles, right?
Yeah,
but
at Belmont.
it's
It
no
used to be run at Belmont also.
yeah, it's no longer, obviously, it's not at Belmont. And to get the race to run where they can get a good starting position on the configuration of Saratoga is now shortened to 1.25 miles. It's for 3-year-olds and up, the handicap division on the dirt, classic distance, 1.25 miles on the dirt for $1 million. And they got a race at Del Mar for $1 million for the handicap division on the dirt at the classic distance of 1.25 miles. So really, huh?
You make a great point, Ralph. Not only that, we've seen it throughout the summer. They've been running these big turf stake races in California and then in New York and in other parts of the country. You know, they should get together and try to work together. You're better off having one terrific race than breaking it up, you know? Sometimes quality is more important than quantity, and it's really a shame, but no one works with each other, and that's a problem. That's why the game really needs a commissioner.
Well, and the thing about it is, I'm not too hard on them because of the fact that there's enough handicap horses, obviously, to fill both fields, and they are, playing to their regional people. And I guess that's why the Breeders' Cup is so important. It finally brings everybody together in one place for a big day, a big 2 days of racing.
Yeah, but you're better off with an A- field than with two fields with B horses. You know, not to take anything away from the horses, because obviously they lay it on the line when they run, and the connections try to do the best they can. But honestly, the races are watered down.
Jonathan, the thing about it is, John Lindo was alluding to the fact that for $1 million, the Pacific Classic came up, I'm using a kind term, a little weak as far as competition is concerned. And let's taking a look at the Jockey Club Gold Cup. I'll run down the field and see what you think. Number 1 is Tapit Trice, Ira Ortiz Jr. for Todd Pletcher. The 2 is Kuchar, Luis Saez for Rudy Rodriguez. The 3 is Bright Future, Javier Castellano riding for Todd Pletcher, so he's got a couple in that race. The 4 is Disarm, Joel Rosario for Steve Asmussen. The 5 is Pyrenees, Brian Hernandez for Sherry DeVoe. The 6 is Highland Falls, Flavian Pratt riding for Brad Cox, your guy. And the 7 is Arthur's Ride, Junior Alvarado for Bill Mott. Now, Arthur's Ride, of course, comes off a big race win. Pyrenees won, I think, back at Churchill Downs earlier this year. If not mistaken, didn't he go in the Stephen Foster?
He was in the Pimlico Special.
Pimlico Special, that was it, yeah.
On Preakness Day, yeah.
And Disarm has run some big races at a time. But looking at that field, no standout, but I got to tell you, it's a competitive field.
Well, there may be a standout. Look at Arthur's Pride's last 2 races, both run at Saratoga. He won last race when he won the Whitney by 2.5 lengths. The race before that, he won at Saratoga by 12 lengths. So he's had 4 starts at Saratoga, 2 wins, 2 seconds. He goes for his 3rd in a row, and Mott's done a terrific job with this horse. Not only that, there doesn't appear to be that much pace in the race, and he may have a big pace advantage.
Well, we will take that obviously into consideration, and I know that you'll give us an official pick when we get to these races, these selected races on Saturday. The Spinaway, of course, for 2-year-old fillies is the big race for the 2-year-old fillies, and there's an abundance of fillies in that race, 11 overall, and it looks like that it's pretty wide open in that race as well, and of course we're looking for future stars.
I looked at Saturday's card earlier this morning because I like to get a jump on it. That race, Ralph, is impossible. I just found it. You can make a case for literally every horse in the race, and off the figures, the sheets, the numbers, they're all within a point or 2 of each other. So whoever they decide to make favorite, I think you want to shop for a price horse there because, again, I can make a case for about 9 of the horses in that race. Very difficult.
Well, it is 2-year-old fillies, and we know there are very limited amounts of starts on these fillies. So the 2-year-olds, tend to either improve dramatically in 2nd and 3rd starts or regress dramatically in 2nd and 3rd starts. So that's really what makes it difficult, I think.
Yeah, I like to try to find the filly with the most time off coming into the race, because for 2-year-old fillies, you need time between races, and you want someone that ran a good number first time out and now has time coming into the race. So there may be a few opportunities, but again, it's really a guess. So how do you know where they're going to go in career start number 2?
Yeah.
They can move forward, they can move backwards. Certain trainers obviously, improve with racing. It's just a tough race to handicap. My head was spinning.
Well, let's put it this way. You will get it unspinning now with a couple of picks from you, and we'll start with your thought about whatever is left of those 6 horses in the With Anticipation.
Yeah, well, I don't really like that race. It's, again, you can make a case for it. These are lightly raced horses. You have a Charles Appleby, European Invader. Dylan Davis rides. Todd Pletcher's putting a horse on the grass that's never been on the grass. Mm-hmm. And the other 3 horses, they all ran once. I don't have an opinion there. I really don't. And
good.
I'd rather give nothing than give a bad horse.
All right. Well, let's get some good horses. At Saratoga, where are we going first?
Let's go to the 5th race today at Saratoga. 6 furlongs on the main track. Only one late scratch in there. The 7, Jackie the Joker, comes out. And I like a price horse in here, Ralph. Number 3, Backed by Gold. This is a 6-year-old mare who was claimed out of her last race by trainer Rudy Rodriguez. Second start back off of a layoff. The horse won at this track. Romero Mora aboard to ride. 10-1 on the morning line. Number 3, Backed by Gold, wins today's 5th race out at Saratoga.
All right, 10-1 on the morning line, 5th race, the 3, Backed by Gold. The 3, which is the anchor race in the early pick 4 and early pick 5. The 3 horse in the 5th race at Saratoga, and down at good old Del Mar.
7th race today, 1.16 miles on the turf. And I like the number 6 horse in here, Almadares, a 4-year-old gelding from the Phil D'Amato barn. Goes back on Lasix today. Rider switch to Hector Barrios. 4-1 on the morning line. This is a steady and consistent horse. He fires every time. Number 6, Almadares, 4-1 on the morning line, wins today's 7th race. And Ralph, I got a bonus for you today. Let's do a Kentucky Downs race.
Whoa! Okay, real quick, 7th race at Del Mar, the 6 or 6 in the 7th race. Let's go to Kentucky Downs.
Race number 10, 1.70 miles on the turf, up and down hills. Number 8, Harlan Estate, Joel Rosario for a Whitmore Beckman. This horse is 1-for-1 at this track. This horse's best race of his career was run at this track. There's not a track in the country where horses for courses apply more than the Kentucky Downs course. You either love it or you hate it, and this horse obviously likes it. I like number 8. Harlan Estate to win today's 10th race out at Kentucky Downs.
Well, thank you for the bonus in the 10th race, the Tappet Stakes, number 8, Harlan Estate. Nice 10-1 on the morning line. You're going to get good prices, too, today at Kentucky Downs, and the payoffs will be right, that's for sure. So you have
full fields, Ralph.
Yeah.
They have a full fields there.
All right, and your dog approves.
I'm getting my call again.
Yeah, Del Mar, Saratoga, and Kentucky Downs sheets today, right?
Yeah, JONHARDOON.com. Thank you, Ralph. See you tomorrow.
Go feed the dog. Bye. All right, we're going to be right back with Rich Eng. Don't go away.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans. Everybody knows where the money's going. Every single dollar. God bless you. Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting T2T.org.
Hello, I'm Dennis Quaid. For years, Tunnel to Towers has demonstrated a commitment to first responders and military families. They've paid off mortgages and built specially adapted smart homes. Now the foundation is expanding its mission to eradicate veteran homelessness. Please give our veterans a chance to reclaim their dignity by donating at T2T.org.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
All right, now back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to go out to Rich Hang standing by. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
Well, I know, Richie, you're busy right now because we're just on the cusp of the NFL starting for real, so to speak. We're already into the college football season. And, of course, Del Mar is rolling along on Pacific Classic weekend. And you got the start of Kentucky Downs, and you're doing a sheet there, too.
Yeah, the Kentucky Down sheet, Ralph, I really worked hard over that. And in all candor, handicapping Kentucky Downs, to me, is harder than handicapping a Breeders' Cup Friday or Saturday. At least in those races, you've got definite form, grade one races left and right. At Kentucky Downs, you got horses shipping in from all over the place. And as Jonathan said, if you can find some horses, some nuggets who love Kentucky Downs, that is absolutely a horses for courses place.
Well, I know that you have a sheet there and you have a sheet at Del Mar today. Both sheets are available at the racedaylasvegas.com websites in case you folks want a little guidance into Kentucky Downs today. Always a unique and fun meet to watch, too. It really is a lot of fun to watch and bet that those races because when you're right and you get the winner, you usually get a nice payoff there at Kentucky Downs. And, of course, Del Mar running the big Pacific Classic weekend as well. But before we get started with the selections selection for each of those tracks, anything doing in football, especially college football? We have some college football today, don't we?
Yeah, there's actually a lot of action tonight in college football and on television. A game I'm going to give out should be on national TV. It's North Dakota State, a Division II school, going to play the Colorado Buffaloes. And, Deion Sanders is the coach there. And I'm going to take the Bisons. The North Dakota State are a 9.5-point underdog, but they are one of the top teams in Division II every year, Ralph. They're always in the hunt for the national championship. If they're not playing for the national championship, they're in the playoff system. This team loves to run the football. Think of them as kind of like an Air Force type team. Disciplined, tough, really play hard at the line of scrimmage. Buffalo has a lot more talent, Ralph. But I tell you what, you heard me talk the other day, the first week of the regular season for college and pro, there's a chance for a lot of chaos. So I'm going to go with North Dakota State, take the 9.5 points.
Plus 9.5 North Dakota State, hopefully on national TV today. And now we'll go to Kentucky Downs and Del Mar.
Yeah, let's go to Kentucky Downs race number 9, Ralph. It's 6.5 furlongs. Everything's on the grass, of course. The purse of $190,000 for a first-level allowance. A horse who's gotten a lot of prep for this race is the number 2, Storm Miami, 4-1 in the morning line with Tyler Gaffalione riding for Brendan Walsh. This horse has run in stakes races the last 2 times out and is also cutting back at distance. This horse should be dead fit, ready to fire under Tyler. So let's go with number 2, Storm Miami, race 9.
All right, 9th race at Kentucky Downs, number 2, Storm Miami. Tyler Gaffalione, 4-1. The 9th race, the 2 at Kentucky Downs. And we'll wrap it up with Del Mar.
Now let's go to Del Mar 7th. And as we've discussed, none of us handicappers talk with each other about who we're going to pick. Turns out Jonathan and I ended up on the same horse, the number 6, Almendares. Hector Barrios riding for Philip D'Amato. This horse has run in stakes races in 5 of the last 6 starts. Now going in this optional claimer. I really like this horse to close, just like Jonathan did. Number 6, Almendares in the 7th.
Well, you say Phil D'Amato, Hector Barrios, and the turf, and that's enough to say a winner. In the 7th race, the 6ers, Almendares. The 6, In the 7th race, both Rich Eng, Jonathan Hardoon's the Good Housekeeping handicapping seal of approval there. 7th race, the 6th horse at Del Mar. Don't forget, Richie's got full sheets for Kentucky Downs and Del Mar today at the racedaylasvegas.com website. Hey, thanks a lot, Rich. Enjoy. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, remember with Kentucky Downs, the odds are going to be really high. There's going to be a lot of long shots. You don't have to be right a whole lot to make a lot of money there.
Yeah, you're darn right. That's absolutely for sure. Thanks a lot, my man.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. Good luck, everybody.
All right, we'll come back with John and Jerry to wrap up this Almost Friday show. Don't go away.
South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rock and dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grand View Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show, every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grand View Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grand View Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby.
It's Derby time at Los Alamitos when the West Coast Best race in the Golden State Derby Final. The field will be headed by fastest qualifier Rockin' With Energy, who has been on a roll with back-to-back wins. Plus, top filly Cowgirl Up has also impressed. They'll face the top sophomore male at Los Alamitos right now in Grade 1 winner BP Cartel Policy. Plus Governor's Cup Derby winner Mask Mandate and more. What a quarter horse derby it'll be. It's the Golden State Derby at Los Alamitos.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas, and our chatters are chatting away right now, and some good comments there. That's for sure. Just keep chatting away at the YouTube South Point Studios streaming. Just go to South Point Studios on YouTube and make sure you subscribe, because when you subscribe, you get to chat away on the chat box, and a lot of good chatting going on. These guys, people are watching and listening to this show. We have a lot of respect for, and certainly are good horse players and very observant. That's for sure. Okay, let's go to John Lindo standing by right now. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. And I heard an interesting backstretch rumor today at Del Mar.
Yeah.
I heard it might be your birthday today. Happy birthday, sir. And happy birthday from John Hardoon sent me a note. Make sure to wish you happy birthday greetings, too.
Oh, man. I thought I was going to get away with this show and nobody noticing. But, when you get as old as I am, they say no more birthdays. You just stop with your birthdays. When you get to the Social Security, age, you just no more birthdays. It's a new law in the United States. But thank you, appreciate that. That's for sure. John, did you take a look at all at the Jockey Club Gold Cup?
At the Gold Cup, no, I have not. I haven't got to Sunday at Saratoga yet at all. No.
Now you're. What are you going to do this for the Lindo Report for this week? For the rest of the week,
I've got a full card on Saturday at Saratoga. We're going to do that entire card, and there's some rain in the forecast there. I'll do Del Mar through Monday, and we'll take a look at the Monday card, depending on what it stands for, carryovers and whatnot at the closing day at Saratoga.
Boy, it was bombs away yesterday at Saratoga. I can tell you that. I mean, it was like crazy.
It was, and $85,000 in the pick six pool to start the day, and the weather's good there. They're on the grass, so that's a good sign. And we got Kentucky Downs kicking off today, so a lot of action for a Thursday horse player.
Now, you're talking about birthdays. Mike Smith had a birthday not too long ago, and this guy is traveling around like he's 21 years old. This guy was all over the country riding horses and winning races, John.
In the last couple of weeks, he August 17th, he won the Island at Monmouth. He came back in the Charlestown Oaks on the 23rd of August. And he stayed over and went to the St. Louis Derby at FanDuel Sportsbook on last Saturday. So he's going around knocking off stakes. And to make you feel younger, Ralph, another birthday today. How about Vince DeGregory having a birthday today?
He's my man. Vince DeGregory, of course, if people don't know, and it's talking about my generation way a long time ago in the 70s and 80s, but he was the most proficient jockey agent that I know of and in his day and time. He made national champions when he had the book for Chris McCarron and Lafitte Pincay Jr., just to name two of the many, many jockeys he's had over the course of the years. He is an excellent jockey agent, and he still has a jock today, doesn't he?
He's in his early 90s. He's still representing a jock at Del Mar, and he's still got the same energy and positive attitude. He's just a great eye. He's one of those Damon Runyon characters you look forward to seeing every day.
And Vince has a hidden talent. When we went to a lot of the functions in racing, the charity events and balls and all that stuff, he's a pretty darn good trumpet player too.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, ask him to do the call to the post sometime.
We're going to have to steal Les's trumpet there at Del Mar and have him play a little tune for him.
No kidding. Hey, let's update what's going on there at Del Mar jockey trainer standings.
As far as the jockeys go, Juan Hernandez has pulled away in the standings. He's got 32 wins to lead the jockeys. Umberto Rispoli second with 23. Antonio rounds out the top three. Antonio Frisu's got 22. Really tight for the trainers. Bob Baffert has 14 wins. You've got John Sadler and Mark Glatt with 13. Then you have Phil D'Amato and Peter Miller. They've got 12, so wide open as far as the trainers go.
Now, of course, that popular Ship and Win program that they have at Del Mar is coming, of course, winding up with the Del Mar just maybe a week away from closing on September 8th. How's that program doing?
Unofficially, 129 starters at the meet, 19 wins. Picked it up a little bit after a lot of them had a race over the track and improved second time around.
So 19 winners out of 129 so far, and there might be quite a few more towards the end of the meet. They're trying to get that the payoff for the Ship and Win. Keep that in mind, folks. Favorites?
Favorites are right at the norm, Ralph, 34% for the meet.
Okay, good enough there. And, of course, Del Mar, 2 o'clock post time today, but they'll be adjusting the last week, right?
Yeah, starting this Saturday, they go to 1:30 on every day except Friday. Next Friday will be the usual 3 o'clock first post time. So 1:30 post starting Saturday.
And, of course, tomorrow will be 3 o'clock as well. 8 races today, no stakes race, but some good competitive races. Where are we going, John?
Let's go to race number 6. I like the debut of number 6, Accuracy, in the sprint race last time. Kind of ran evenly, galloped out really well. It looked like a prep race for a route. She stretches out today. She's by Arrogate. I don't see any reason why she won't get 2 turns. She's the second favorite on the line and a possible pick 4 single. 206, Accuracy, race number 6 at Del Mar.
All right, you froze up there just a minute. Again, in the 6th race, the 6 Accuracy is your pick?
Yes, number 6, Accuracy, 5-2 on the program, race 6, Del Mar.
Okay, and we remind everybody that the Linda Report for today at Del Mar can be had in only one place in this gaming capital, here in Las Vegas, right here at the South Point Racebook, free of charge, complimentary to the race players. The Linda Report here at the South Point. Every day, John Lindo does a Linda Report. They are here, free of charge, to the race players because they love horse players here at the South Point. I want to thank one of Jim, who is one of our chatters, who came here last week and spent a couple of days here at the South Point and loved it. So thanks a lot for that compliment there, Jim. And again, the Linda Report that covers selections in all the races, a suggested late pick 4. Don't forget about that suggested late pick 4 and all the goody information we talk about on one comprehensive sheet, the Linda Report here at the South Point, only here at the South Point, free of charge. Hey, John, thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Enjoy your birthday, Ralph. Happy birthday.
Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. We now go to Jerry Jackowitz standing by. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph.
And you've got your sheet for Saratoga and Del Mar, and I would have to say that your run kind of came to an end yesterday, but we'll start a new one today.
Yeah, you cooled me, Ralph.
Yeah, I know. I put the kibosh on you as soon as we talked about it. It went right into the. But you know what? The ebb and flow is just like good jockeys, good horses, etc. but we keep doing it. That's for sure.
It's nice when you have a streak, but it's not normal. Usually, it's you win, lose, win,
Yeah.
lose. You have more
What
of that kind of thing.
your observation of all of those big long shots yesterday at Saratoga? I mean, wow, just came all in one day. It seemed like, huh?
Yeah, I sort of felt like turning the power page upside down. But
Yeah, but I mean, it was very unpredictable.
It happens, and it's horse racing, and people. That's why I stress you go for value. Always make sure there's a reasonable value attached to your play, because the game is not. It's not precise like launching a rocket. It's a little bit imprecise. Things happen that you can't see, and good horses have great intentions, turn their foot coming out of the gate and can't run their A race, and you can't see it, you can't explain it. It looks random. It's not. It's the way the game is. You must attach value to a selection, otherwise the selection is garbage. No matter what you think.
Yeah,
Selection without value is just a bad selection.
I think. Well, I know you're right on that, Jerry. And when I get to a point where I get to a race where the horse is such low in value, but it's so hard to beat, I'll use that horse to get through that race for the race over race, like pick threes or.
Well, that makes one of us, Ralph.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you don't like
What's
those.
the point in taking an undervalued horse at any time? Why should you? Why rationalize your way into a bad bet? The minute you bet an underlay in any place, you've made a bad bet.
Even if they're going to win the race, right?
They're not necessarily going to win the race. Secretariat lost how many times? How many times did Seattle Slew lose? You can name the number of horses that haven't lost at odds on one hand.
Okay.
The millions of horses they've run, and you can name Justify and Personal Ensign and Flightline. There's three.
Yeah.
That have never lost, and they hardly run it all anyway.
All right. Duly noted. There are difference of opinions there, although I will tell you this, that I do hate those odds-on horses, and I try to work around them as much as I can whenever I can. All right, let's get started with some picks.
Yeah, sure, Ralphie. Let's go to the 10th race at Saratoga for our first place. Nudge from Ripoli's barn for Pletcher. First time turf, just really ran a great race, took the worst of it on the outside, pressing the pace. Now draws the rail. I think it's going to be double tough today. They've got a 10-1 morning line on, but there's been a lot of scratches. So we sort of have to readjust that morning line down to maybe 4 or 5-1. Maybe 5-2 is value. 5-2 or better. I'll take the 1.
Yeah.
I'll take the 1 Nudge over the 7, 8, 9. Small reverses. The 1 in race number 10. That's a feature play, and over 5-2. I'll call it a pop-out.
All right, that's the 10th race on the card. It is the With Anticipation Stakes, and the 1, when all of the horses were in the race before the scratches, was 10-1 on the morning line. You say the value is at 5-2. It goes below 5-2, and it's a no bet. In your philosophy,
for me, it's a no bet.
Yeah, in your philosophy, that it would be a no bet. Okay, so the 1 over 7, 8, and 9 and reverse. The 1 is the key in the 10th race with a value of 5-2 for the closing odds. There at Saratoga, 10th race, the 1 over 7, 8, 9 and reverse. What about Del Mar?
Yeah, I'll tell you a quick story if we have a minute at the end. Let's go to the first. I love number 3, Lovely Idaho. Third race in her cycle. Back on the turf, and drawing inside might really be able to get an advantage. Again, 5-2 seems like value. I won't go below that for sure. I'll take the 3 over the 1, 2, 7, 9. Do my reverses, but the 3, Lovely Idaho in the first.
All right, first race, 2 o'clock post time. The 3, Lovely Idaho. The link-ups are 1, 2, 7, 9, and reverse. The 3 is the key in the first at Del Mar. It starts off the early pick 5. Don't forget Jerry J's Power Pages for all of Del Mar and all of Saratoga, available at jerryjspowerpage.com. I want to thank all of the chatters now that they found out it was my birthday for wishing me a happy birthday. I thank them all.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Ralph.
I thank them all, and thank you as well. You've got 20 seconds for your
Okay, I was playing horse with a very good friend of mine. This is many years ago, back when the Lemon Drop Kid was going to win the Belmont.
Oh.
And we had Lemon Drop Kid, Vision Inverse, Charismatic, and one other horse in the play.
Mm-hmm.
And this friend of mine, who's a little bit of a dodo, took those 4 horses and hooked them up with the odds-on favorite in the next race. Of course, they ran 1, 2, 3, 4 for like a $5,500 trifecta.
Yeah.
Lemon Drop Kid won at $69.
Yeah. Okay, we got.
He got 0.
We got to wrap it up. I'm the dodo.
Who was that guy, Ralph?
We were sitting together. Thank you for the happy birthday on that, Jerry. You spoil everything. Yeah, I was the dodo. All right, say one more thing, Jerry.
Have a great race day, everybody.